Let's see, let's see, let's see. Hello, everyone. Come on in the room. Let me see. I forget. I have not done this in so long. I think, yeah. How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. It's been a minute since I've been on here with you all. Let me go ahead and pin this real quick. Come on in the room. Hey, boo. Hello. Hello, Miss Shavandra. Hey, beauty. How are you? Hey, Chris. Hey, Pookie. Jeremy. I hope all is well. Come on in the room. Hey, Dendrila. I'm trying to remember how to pin this. Y'all know I hadn't done this in forever. So now, let me see if I can do this. I think I know how to do it. Is that right? I hold the comment down. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Hey, listen. It's like riding a bike. Once you know, you just know. Come on in the room, everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing? Send me some comments. Send me some comments. Let me know how you're doing, okay? Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Beauty is as beauty does. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Brittany. How are you, my beautiful lady? I hope all is well with you. I am so happy to be back with you all. I have not, let me get it straight. I have not. Wonderful. You're doing wonderful. Good to hear. Love that lippy. Thank you. This lippy that I have on, I think is called Flat Out Fabulous by MAC. Hey, Brittany. Yeah, it's Flat Out Fabulous by MAC. It's one of the matte lippies. Yes, all is well. Wonderful to hear. Wonderful to hear. I am so happy. I can't even believe how much I missed y'all. Like, I haven't been on in a while. It's been a minute since, I've been back on a live. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're joining me. Okay. So, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Beauty is as Beauty does, as we celebrate another Black woman in business and celebrate another woman in business. I'm going to start opening it up to other women as well. But I want to hit the home plate first and really celebrate my sisters and my beautiful melanin queens, okay? So, today is no different, but, she might look a little different today. So, anyway, I hope all is well. Y'all, this is the business. If anybody drinks kombucha tea, does anybody drink kombucha tea? Send me some hearts or tell me. But this is called Health Aid Kombucha. It is a probiotic tea. Y'all, it's so good. Anybody know anything about probiotics? It's wonderful for the digestive system. Ooh, and it make you burp a little bit too, so excuse me. But it's the watermelon flavor. And y'all, when I tell you, probiotics are wonderful for your digestive system. And right now, we need to keep our brain, our gut healthy because the brain-gut connection is very, very strong. It's like directly connected. And if you think about it, I was telling somebody this the other day. If you think about it, if you put them on a table, they kind of look alike. So God is amazing in his design of our body. So if our gut is happy and healthy, so is our brain and mental health as well. So this is probiotic, a kombucha probiotic drink. It's called Health Aid. It's a brand, and it's watermelon. And this is a new flavor. When I tell you, it's good. So anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome all. Y'all let me know how you're doing. I hope all has been well. I know we're in some trying times, but I pray that everyone's spirits are lifted and that I can bring a smile to your face tonight, that I can say something, or one of our guests can say something inspirational that's uplifting. Hello, Terry. How are you? Hey, Proto Promo. Come on in, y'all. Come on in this room. Okay, this is the Beauty is as Beauty does for the women and the men, okay? Yes, so true. Brain-gut connections. Absolutely, Miss Shavandra. Absolutely. So anyway, I want to share with you. I want to get right into it. Today's guest, drum roll, is Jessica Robinson, CEO and designer of Laura Faye, a luxury handmade leather handbag collection. Okay, she's special to me, y'all. I'll tell you a little bit of why she's special to me later, but she's inspiring and she's so talented and a beauty, most of all, inside and out. Okay, so I want to bring her on. I don't want to prolong the time. I just want to bring her on in. Yes, she is all of that and then some. So I want to share her with you all and let her tell us a little bit about Laura Faye and show us some bags, baby. Let me bring her in here. Now, let me see if I remember how to do that. I think I do. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Look, it's like riding a bike. I'm telling you. Do not forget. Come on in, Laura Faye. Jessica Robinson and Laura Faye.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you, my love?
Hi, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful. More beautiful.
I'm so excited to be here.
I am so excited that you're here. Why are we glistening and glowing all over this screen, though?
And look what I have.
What do you have? You got the
probiotics.
Okay, y'all. So get into this. How about she has the probiotic drink as well, but it's Katifa. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's aware of this. She's aware of this. Hello and welcome.
Hi, cousin.
Welcome. How are you, y'all? So okay. So if anyone doesn't know, can y'all see me? Okay, am I bright?
You look good.
Do I look okay? That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen. Please don't give me hype.
Hey.
Okay, y'all. So if you don't know, this is my sister, cousin, bestie. Like y'all, she's my family for real.
Yeah.
Okay. But she is a woman that I have found a friend, a confidant, and a sister in as well. So I told y'all she's special to me. So I want to get right into it because I could talk about her fabulosity all day. Okay. But I want her to tell. Okay. Right. So tell us a little bit about who is Laura Faye.
Yeah. So Laura Faye is the name of my company, and it's funny because most people call me Laura. Wow. Since I started my business, I mean, in email, phone calls, whatever the case, I'm Laura. So I just answered to that. But my name is Jessica. Laura Faye is my company. So I got the name from, I wanted it to be sentimental and reminiscent of my family. And I wanted it to mean something when I started my business. And so my mom's name is Annie Laura. Her middle name is Laura. And my grandmother's name, my grandmother's name is Faye. And for my family, like, I had a praying grandmother. She passed away fairly young. She was 68 years old when she passed away. And I wanted to keep her legacy going because she really was like the heartbeat in our family. Yeah. And, everybody loved Faye, from church to the community, our family. Like, so I was like, what can I do to make this mean something? And not only, I want to leave a legacy for my legacy as well.
Right. Absolutely.
And so I named my company after my family, and then I thought it had a ring to it, Laura Faye. So
it definitely has a ring to it.
Yeah, but not many people know that really.
So okay, so just because y'all on this live, y'all already know the meaning behind Laura Faye and the reason for the name. I think names are so important. I mean, just as a child, when a child is born, what you name it is so important. It determines destiny. It determines so many things, purpose. So the fact that you can bring in your mother, your grandmother, legacy, generations of beautiful queens to the name of your brand that you're about to create a legacy for. Mm-hmm. That's amazing to me. So I want you to tell me a little bit about Laura Faye and the story, the development. How did it start?
Yeah, so it's okay. So I went to school for fashion merchandising, and I got my bachelor's in that. And then I started working, and then I was like, I want to go back to school. So I went back to school and I got my master's in business. But in between my degrees, I had an internship at Dillard's, and I met someone who I became friends with. Mm-hmm. And long story short, we started a company, her and I, called House of Bazaar, and we made jewelry for maybe like 2 or 3 years. And you were, you probably still have some House of Bizarre jewelry.
Girl, I still got them. And listen, and do wear them, okay? Don't have them on the
Yes,
knees.
and me
I had
too.
pictures with them.
Yes,
okay?
Yes. So, like when I was in school for fashion merchandising, I didn't know anything about sewing, anything about design, any of that. I just knew that I loved fashion. And so, the girl that I started the company with, she introduced me to a sewing machine, basically. So my mom's best friend had a machine. So I was like, Mom, can you ask, her if I can borrow her machine? So I literally sat this machine down at my kitchen table.
Wow.
Still living in my parents' house.
Wow.
And went on YouTube and I just learned it. And I came across some YouTube videos of like how to make this, like, I think it was American Apparel. They had this like really simple clutch. So I just followed along, and so I went to like Joann's and Hancock and got some.
Come on, Joann's and Hancock.
Yes, girl. Listen, you got to do what you got. I didn't know what I was doing. But I was like, let me go get some stuff. So so I started off, actually, I make leather bags now, but I started off using faux leather and vinyl. And I mean, I'm gonna upload some pictures of some of my first bags. I mean, for my first bags, they're kind of like
they would still fly.
Yeah. And then one thing leads to another, and you kind of meet somebody. I remember being in Hancock Fabrics, looking at all the vinyl material, this faux leather, like $19.99 per yard. And I ran across this man, and he lived like downtown. He was this older man, and he looked at my bag and he was like, oh, what are you here for? What are you making? And I told him, and I was like, I make these bags. And it's something about how I did the zipper at that time. And he was like, and he folded something, and he was like, this is what it should look like. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, okay. Wow. So he gave me his number, and I remember my mom and I went to his studio. He actually sewed leather upholstery. So we went to this studio, and he had this huge industrial sewing machine, and I didn't know what that was or what I was doing. This was maybe about 6 months after I first started teaching myself how to sew. Mm-hmm. And I still have on my phone, my mom recorded the whole session of he and I. Wow. And he just showed me some tips and some tricks. I don't even think I've told you this.
I've never heard this.
Yeah.
So you giving me the tea while you giving them the tea.
Yes, girl. Yes. Yeah. So he showed me some stuff, and from that time that I had that encounter with him, I never heard from him again. I can never reach him again, but he imparted something so valuable to me. Wow. So I went home, and girl, I bought me an industrial sewing machine.
What?
And I didn't know how to use it or anything. I remember it being delivered, and I was just like, it was in my room, and it's huge, and I'm just sitting there looking at this machine. And I went on YouTube, found this leather worker, and he had a similar machine. So one of his videos was how to thread it. So I learned how to thread it, and then I made my first collection. I gotta upload some pictures so y'all can see, like I do. But I had like my whole collection when I first launched my website on my birthday, March 3rd. And it was a whole vinyl faux leather collection. Yes, March 3rd, March 2nd.
Okay.
So, and so I took those bags to this boutique called Moxie in downtown Virginia Beach. And I walked in, and the owners immediately like loved my stuff. Wow. And they wanted to put my bags in their store, but they were like, have you ever thought about working with leather? And I was like, just read
these comments.
Yeah, read the comments.
Mama, look, Dendrila, and I still have some jewelry. And then look, Miss Shavandra says, turning point. God always sends you an angel on your path to destiny.
That's right.
Come on, Miss Shavandra.
There's been several along the way for me.
Listen.
Yeah. So, so anyway, they were like, have you ever thought about working with leather? And I was like, no, like, y'all, I was like frightened to do that. Cause I still was like, even the first industrial machine that I bought, cause I'm on my second one now. It was a straight stitch machine, and it wasn't really conducive to sewing the thicker leather that I was trying to sew. Right. So that was a learning experience. But anyway, the owners of the store, they were like, let's go to New York, and they wanted to do a collection, like a Laura Faye for Moxie. So we hit the road. I never told you this. I know it's crazy. I know. I know.
Wow.
So we hit the road. We drove to New York. I took them to my favorite fabric store because I was always up in New York.
I do know that.
Stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And we got some leather, and I came home and I sat on it for like 2 or 3 days. I was very intimidated because, you know, with vinyl, you know, you can mess up and it's not expensive, but you can't mess up with leather. You can't, you know, and I was still learning how to cut straight and how to stitch straight and all that. So anyway, they introduced me to making leather bags. So I made a collection for their store. I was using alpaca, I was using shearling, I was using cow and lamb, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and then so fast forward, I've had collections, and I can get into like what transpired over this summer to make my brand what it is now today. But that's pretty much like the story behind how I got started. And then I gave my mom's friend her sewing machine back. I got me a bigger one.
First of all, what stuck out to me the most is you are self-taught. Mm-hmm. Okay, we ain't talking about some scarves. We talking about handbags. You are self-taught. So the determination in that and the volumes that it speaks about who you are as a person. You know, once you set your mind to doing something, and once you set your mind to, I'm going to do this, I may be intimidated at first, but I'm going to see it through, and I'm going to do it with excellence. And when I tell you that part, exactly, it speaks volumes to who you are as a woman, as a person in general. So, because you're talking about an industrial sewing machine, listen. Listen, she is not.
She's not familiar.
She's not familiar with measurements and industrial, pretty much anything. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's sitting in my room. Yeah, I don't know about that. So I just think it's so amazing, cousin. Like, I'm always in awe when I see your handbags, and just to know that your very hands make these handbags. Mm-hmm. So to me, I know that you have some, you know, collabs coming up and whatnot. But I want to skip that, and I want to talk about your journey, you know, from starting out with House of Bazaar, transitioning into meeting these people that basically led you to the, you know, angels along the way that led you, little vehicles that led you to the journey, on the journey.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mentorship. How important has mentorship been to you? Whether it's been given to you or whether you've given it to someone, and what is the role that mentorship has played in forming who Laura Faye is to this very day?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot loaded in one question. So, you know, we can break it down. But
yeah, it is a lot. And I think that you will feel where I'm coming from with this, because we have the same mentor.
Right.
One of the same mentors.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I would first like to start with my father, who is like entrepreneur extraordinaire. He's like really been the, you know, when I'm up, he's there. When I'm down, he's there. Because, you know, this entrepreneurial business is really not for the faint of heart.
Listen.
And yeah, the things that you see, I was actually just telling somebody the other day, like, it's one thing, and you guys know how it feels to work a 9 to 5. Yeah. And I've had a 9 to 5 in between, you know, my college career. To work a 9 to 5, to go into an office, to sometimes not feel motivated, to sometimes not even want to get out of the bed in the morning to even go, or whatever the case. And then you have team meetings and you have all this and all that. For me, I don't have, like, I have a really great support system in my family and stuff, but I don't have anybody that's waking me up in the morning. I mean, it's, you know, it's my son and me here. Yeah. And I have to, you know, and sometimes I have really high highs and sometimes I have really low lows. And
we talk during those, you know, during different moments. So
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've been so grateful for, which kind of ties into our story of how we met, is and we can get into that.
Yes, girl, and we will.
And will. But my mentor, so going back to my dad, he's just been like anything business related. He's really the person that I look up to the most. Not just for his advice, which, I was kind of hard-headed when I was younger, but now I value it so, so much. But just seeing from the outside looking in, his drive and his determination and how he's built, a $1 million business from his house, and having nobody to wake him up in the morning, and having, and just like I go to him for everything. And so his business partner, her name is Erica Nicole Malone.
Come on, Erica. Come on, Erica. Y'all, if you don't know who she is, you will know very soon.
You'll know. You absolutely will know soon, actually.
Okay.
And so, so she and I just talked to her yesterday. I think we were texting. But she's literally been the source of some of the best encouragement that I've ever had, as far as like, she believes in me so much. And even before, when I was still doing House of Bazaar, before I started Laura Faye, I don't know if you guys know this, I was a personal stylist.
Yes.
And
tell us.
And her and my father, they have a few different businesses together, but one in particular, which now is an actual entertainment company in Hollywood, where they're producing movies and films and things.
Yes.
But before they started that, she's a screenplay, right?
Yeah, you got it.
And she wrote a play called In Love with Tyrone, and which you starred in.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, and we will tell this story. Okay, y'all have to hear the amazingness of this story. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and so I'll let you tell that part, but I'll just say that she brought me on just off the strength of my father, and off the strength of just knowing like my passion, and just seeing me, because I was doing personal styling, but she wasn't really super hands-on to really know that. But she brought me on as the lead costume designer stylist for that play, and it was a nationally touring play. We toured in all over the East Coast. We toured. And I styled Robin Givens and Leon from Heartbeats, 5 Heartbeats and Temptations. And I mean, ever since then, she's just been like, when I don't want to hear it, she tells me. When I do want to hear it, she tells me. She's so supportive. And even though she's so busy in everything that she does, she makes sure that she takes time to check up on me, to encourage me, and to open doors, because there are doors that she's even actively right now trying to open for me and for my business. And not just because of who my dad is or who I am, but because she believes in me, and she believes in my brand, and she believes in my talent. And she always has. And that just goes back to what you were saying about Black women supporting each other. And it's so funny because
talk about it,
because I look up to her, and it's a few other people who I look up to, and not every single moment is a glorious moment
at all.
But I have so many people even now that inbox me and reach out to me, and it's like almost passing the torch, because what I'm learning and like my values, people reach out to me for advice. And so that's one of like the biggest things that I want to make sure that I'm able to do is give that back to the next woman.
So you talked about a whole lot, like the value of mentorship where it has been given to you, and then the fact that you mentioned that us as Black women, we need that. Like passing the torch. So you didn't just
seeing
keep
it happen
to yourself. You didn't just keep it to yourself. You're like, okay, so I need to. A lot of times people inbox you or say, I need help with this, or how did you do this, or how did you do that? And a lot of women in general, no matter the color, will not pass on information. We will hoard the information. And for what? For what? Because my hands can't do what yours can, and yours can't do what mine can. So we all have our individual purposes and gifts and abilities and talents, and there's enough room for everybody. So, each one teach one, so that is exactly what the value of mentorship is. So very important in building.
So important.
It's essential. She said, come on, stylist, pass the baton. Exactly. Exactly. So she says, I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't understand that either. I totally don't get it. So the fact that Erica Nicole Malone, let's just talk about her. Okay. So she is, okay. So
phenomenal.
Right. She's everything. Okay.
Everything.
So, right. So she's Jessica's mentor. She's also a mentor of mine. And when I tell you, okay, so first of all, her father, Jessica's father, Philip, okay, he called me up. I'll never forget it, y'all. I was in Kroger's in a freezer section, okay, opening the freezer door, my phone rang, and I was like, I normally don't answer numbers that I don't know, so I picked it up, and I was like, hello, and he was like, hey, Lakita, this is Philip Robinson, and I got your number from, I think he got it from Joe, a musician at OBC. Who had just seen me in Dreamgirls, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I got your number from him, and he said you may be interested. We're doing a play, a musical. Said you may be interested in it. Okay, so tell me information. I get the information. I travel. I go to, I think, Kentucky, Cincinnati, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I drive up
there. Cincinnati.
Was it Cincinnati? Okay.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. So I drive up there. I audition, and honey, I auditioned. It was Erica at the table, and it was your dad at the table. Mm-hmm. And he looked at me after I got done, and he was like, okay, hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Was your dad's name Albert? I was like, yeah. He said, was your auntie's name? He named all my aunts. And I'm like, who is this man? And how does he know my
And how do you know me?
How you know me? Okay. And he was like, I think you're my cousin. Y'all, I mean, how
can't make this up.
How you cannot make this up. And so fast forward, I get the part, and he was like, and you got a cousin that's around your age that's here, and she's the stylist for the show. And I'm like, what? Okay. Okay. Cousin, you come down the stairs, and it was over from there. Yeah. It was over from there.
I remember I was wearing this pink dress. Yes, I was going up the escalator, and you were coming down.
I was coming down.
And you looked up, and you were like, I like that dress, cousin. And I was like, thank you, cousin. And I want to say we on one of our first tour dates, we powwowed in our hotel room all night. And from that point on, we literally have been inseparable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, this is nobody but God. So God orchestrates so many different things in our lives, and it's all purposeful to get us where we need to go. So I just think it's amazing that, not only have we been able to be sisters and friends and whatnot and watch each other grow, but we've also been able to hold each other accountable for certain things, Yeah. So somebody says that is so beautiful. It is. So yes, ladies, get you an accountability partner.
Yeah, we definitely hold each other accountable.
Girl, okay. Listen, military diets and what I don't hold you
all things.
You don't need to lose no weight, but whatever. I digress. Okay.
I'm on this 28-day program.
Okay. We gotta get these dresses for this New Year's Eve.
Girl, we gotta take these pictures for these photo shoots, all right? We gotta sell some bags.
Okay, yes, girl. So that leads me to another point.
Yeah.
I want to talk about, okay, so I wish I could insert this picture. Y'all, she's been in, what's her name with Fashion Bomb Daily?
Claire Summers.
Yes. She was, come on, 28-day program. Okay.
Hey, Deja.
And I'll be looking at her like this. Military diet for what?
Anyway.
Right. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But anyway.
Right.
Claire Summers wore one of your bags. And I don't know if it was for Fashion Week, but it was it was a beautiful metallic purple bag. I still want that bag with the studs on it. I live for a good stud.
Yes, you do, and a good metallic.
Yes, girl. So that was there, and then you've also been in Lifestyle and what's it?
Life and Style.
Life and Style. Yes. How did that? Do you remember how that happened?
Which one? Claire Summers?
No, Life and Style. How did the magazine happen?
Oh, well, they were doing a gift guide for I want to say it was for Valentine's Day, because I was in the February issue of this year. And my PR at the time, she just told me about the opportunity, and I sent her the information, and she submitted it. And next thing I know, I'm getting a publication in the mail of, I have it actually on my vision board.
Wow.
Which was super, super cool,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
And I remember I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, her legs are in the magazine. But you
Yeah.
know what? It amazed me, but it's just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So like y'all, I don't know, I haven't said this to you personally on a live, but just like you see Louis Vuitton, just like you see, you know, what is it? What's the other ones? You've got the
Fendi, Dior,
come
Chanel.
on, all of them. Just like you
Mm-hmm.
see all of those
Mm-hmm.
on ladies' arms, honey, I'm trying to tell you, Laura Faye is about to be that.
Yeah.
Okay, it
Mm-hmm.
has the capability to be that, and she makes it by hand. The leather smells amazing. I swear, you walk into Italy in the doggone leather market. It literally smells so good. So I can attest to this. Matter of fact, it's just the beginning for us ladies.
Yes, you bought that bag for me. That was maybe a year or two ago when I came out with
Yeah,
that collection.
girl.
Yeah,
Y'all,
and I had to
y'all
throw the
know
new
I live
logo
for
on there for you though.
okay. I feel the same
Oh,
way. Your
thank you,
bags are that. Absolutely.
thank
Absolutely.
you, friend.
Okay, honey, when I tell you I live for a good green, and I cannot this really doesn't you can't really see the green, the hunter green it is, but
Yeah.
I really want to get me a nice hunter green pump.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's handmade.
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't that be fire?
Yes.
Oh my God, with the ivory and some leopard, girl. Listen. Okay, so I'm gonna get really excited. Yes. So okay, so talk to us about any collabs that you have had.
Yeah,
Or that you have coming that you can spill the beans on.
yeah. Well, one thing I wanted to say really quick before I spill the beans.
Okay.
I just thought about something. So really quick, you may or may not know this. I think you may. Is at one point in time, I was traveling to New York every week.
Mm-hmm.
I would leave. You know about this, right?
I did.
I would leave Tuesday night because I lived in Virginia at the time.
Right.
And I would leave at midnight on Wednesday night. I would get to New York at 6:30 in the morning.
Jeez.
And this is the one time I did go to a class. This company in New York, they were offering classes,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a class for how to make handbags. And at this point, I was already working with leather. I already knew what I was doing. But since I wasn't taught in an educational type of system and I didn't have anybody to teach me, I wanted to take that. I think it was like an 8-week program. I wanted to take that just to fill in any of the gaps that I may have missed. And I didn't necessarily learn anything once I, got through the class and realized I already knew everything that they were talking about. But I did meet somebody who was really, really important in my life and who was another fashion friend and mentor in New York. But so I would get there at 6:30 in the morning. My class would be at like noon.
Listen.
And I would go to class from noon. Well, 6:30 in the morning. I would go to this one hotel. I would brush my teeth. I would freshen up every week for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And my class would be at noon, and then it would be over by like 2. And I want to say I would get lunch, and then I would be back on the bus by 4 o'clock to be back in Virginia by like 11:30 midnight that night. So it was a 24-hour thing that I did every single week. Mind you, being a single mom, having a child.
Come on.
That was like kind of crazy. So I haven't told that story that much either. But so back to your question, I just had to say that.
but let me just pause for just a second because y'all, this is a testament to, being a single mother and or women that say, or even if you get older and you're like, oh, my dreams are dead, I can't do it, I don't have the support system. Honey, where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah,
and
if have a great support system.
Yes. So if I mean, just like anybody, because I meet a lot of different women, especially when I worked in the cosmetic industry. I had so many women. You wouldn't believe the women that came into the fight to fulfill your dreams. Absolutely. That's absolutely so important. You wouldn't believe.
Don't do it, who else is?
And nobody else will, man. They'll die right in your grave with you. That is one of the most places that unlived dreams are in a graveyard. Because people have died and have not fulfilled their dreams because of it seems too big. Let me tell you, no matter what you get, if it's too big, if it ain't big enough, or if it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough.
Nobody ever did anything worth doing
Ever.
if it wasn't a risk.
Ever.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you have a support system, great. If you don't have a support system, there's still a way. If you're a single mom, there's still a way. If you're older, there's still a way. There is a way, okay? So just do not put it down. This is a testament to you. Even with that big old industrial sewing machine that you sit here looking at like, what am I gonna do with
Girl,
you?
that I just got up from 15 minutes before this live and going right back to as soon as we get off here.
Yeah, man. So that is so amazing. I want you to talk about, yes, there's a way. It's a sacrifice to make. It is a definite sacrifice. That story reminds me of when I used to travel from Tennessee to here or here to New York just to get an acting workshop.
Yeah, before you moved.
Come on, listen. And then picked up and moved all my kids here. And I still wonder sometimes, am I crazy? But you know what? God always shows me that faith and belief in yourself is all that you need. Exactly. And a little ounce of like, you need to be able to look back and be like, dang, did I really do that?
Girl, look, all the time.
and did. Okay. Yeah, Kristen, I remember that. I know you do, friend. Okay, so I want to talk about the collabs real quick.
Yeah.
I want you to show us, hey, Shaladon, hey, love. I want you to show us a bag or two, if you can, before we leave.
Well, I'm going to show you my current collection. And
that's actually, okay. All of that is good. So tell us about the collab, and then you can show us.
Yeah. So what I will say is that I've been really fortunate to meet people who know people who know people. My PR last year introduced me to someone who is on Bravo TV. And I actually have a picture I want to say on my page with Dr. Heavenly. It's not her. But so she came, I was doing a show in Atlanta, and you know this story.
Yes.
About how I left that show, and people don't know this. And I came home and I literally was like so sad for like a week straight because, you know, I just didn't have the success from the show that I wanted to have.
Right.
But you know, and I was like, I was so down, and you know, I was down.
Yes, girl. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And the blessing in disguise from that was literally on the last day of the show, my PR called up this person and was like, hey, come check out this girl. She makes bags, da, da, da. So this person came, literally hopped off a flight. We were in Atlanta.
And was there. I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were there. You were there helping me at the show. She was working. Yes. We were together. And so we met her together.
Yes.
And we were packing up my stuff. Literally, when she got there, we were like pulling stuff out of bags to show her my stuff. And she loved my stuff. And then I would say about 4 months after that meeting, I randomly was like, let me just call her. Yeah. And let me just see. Right. You know, she may or may not answer the phone, whatever the case. And I called her, and she answered, and she remembered who I was. And that was in, I want to say maybe January or February of this year. And then she invited me down for a meeting, and I had my first one of many now.
Yes.
My first meeting with her. Yeah. And long story short, we'll be launching our collaboration collection before the month is out. So actually that's what I'm working on now. I have a meeting with her this coming week for all the finished bags. So
yes,
so I can't wait to like share with you guys. Like it's just God opening doors.
Absolutely. I mean, he's so faithful. God is so faithful. And the fact that, you know, when you take one step, that saying, when you take one step, he takes two. It's literally true. He moves by our faith and our action. So absolutely. You didn't just, congrats. This is amazing news. Y'all wait till you see this collaboration, honey. I mean, some of it's new to me. I haven't seen really hardly anything but the nameplates, but you know,
yes. I've been keeping this project under wraps.
Yes,
like I haven't shared it with anybody. And like you said what? I
said you've been doing a good job. Some of this girl, I normally
because I tell you everything.
Yes.
But you'll see it before you'll see it in a few days.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like even some of the techniques, actually have recorded. My friend who's on here, Deja, she actually inspired me,
Hey,
encouraged, hey Deja, to start like recording the process. So the last couple of days I've recorded some of the process, and I'm glad I did, because there's one particular bag in this collection, this one style, that when I finished it, the zipper just wasn't doing right. So I just basically took the whole thing apart, and I had a vision in my mind of how to recreate it to make it look better. And I've really like been heavily in prayer, because, you know, we confess that we get our ideas and our creativity, and we have the mind of Christ, that God will bless us and give us creative inspiration and all these things. So I literally saw this in my mind. So I'm taking this bag apart, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but just go with it. So I'm going with it. This was actually last night. Going with it. And it's a super dope solution, and it's so fabulous. So I'll be finishing up those tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm meeting with her next week, which I was like kind of like a little bit in panic mode, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's not turning out how I wanted it to be, but it's even better. And I recorded the mistake, and I recorded, you know, the you know what it is now. So
the whole process. So shout out to Deja for that recommendation, because
shout out to Deja for being another accountability partner. Like, girl, you need to be X, Y, and Z.
Absolutely. And sometimes it takes other people to see some things that we don't see in ourselves and see for ourselves, you know, just to give us the extra little push. Miss Shavandra says, come on and pray, honey. Yes.
That's right.
Always.
Got to. Yeah.
Okay. Always.
Can't do it without that.
At all.
Yeah.
So the mind of Christ, the creativity is in our DNA.
Absolutely.
You are visionary.
Absolutely.
You see things before they are. And that, my dear, is a gift.
Everything around us was created. So.
Absolutely. That gave me chills. Okay. So let's get into this collection, because I need to see the greatness, and I want everybody else to see the greatness that is Laura Faye. So I will follow your lead at that, and I'll let you take the floor.
Yeah. So this summer, you guys have probably, well, those who've been following my story have probably seen me with a different logo. And so I want to say I was, you know, it's a lot of people who say like COVID was kind of a blessing in disguise, because it really allowed everybody to press pause. And for me, it was really the pause that I needed, because I was always like, something is missing. Something isn't completely right, but my brand is already like semi-established and it's already out there. So, you know, I just am going to keep creating, you know, bags as I go and da-da-da-da.
Right.
But this summer I was able to completely dial it all the way back, and y'all didn't hear from me for months. And I drew my logo, and the logo that I have now is something that I took about a month to just draw and come up with, and I sent it to a graphic, that one. I sent it to a graphic designer, and he brought my vision to life, and I pretty much like changed my color scheme, changed everything, because I took a step back to make my vision and my brand what I really wanted it to be long term. Kind of like take a step back to take several steps forward. Yeah. So in doing that, and also off the show in Atlanta where I was going through it, I told you this part, that this mini clutch design was something that this was something that I was working on right before Atlanta. It just popped into my mind. And
yes, honey.
And so this was kind of born from like a little bit of a struggle situation, and I was like, okay, how can I bounce back? I need some new ideas, new creativity. So now I have mini clutches. So how they work is the bottom zipper, you basically put like your credit cards, your money, your lip gloss in, and everything fits right down in here. And then the top zipper, you can basically put your cell phone, and this goes all the way down to the bottom. Yeah. So
yes, I love the leopard. The logo is very posh. That's super dope. The bag.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is and then also too, just as a side note, all of my bags are lined with navy blue.
Oh, yeah,
navy is my favorite color.
Signature.
So that's my signature color, yeah.
Yeah.
And so so you have the leopard one. Of course you got the black one.
Yes, girl. Yes.
And then you have
honey.
the cream. And this is the logo. So my logo, you can kind of see it's an L and an F.
Yes.
For Laura Faye.
Yes.
So yeah, you have the cream one. And so exclusive to Beauty Is As Beauty Does Live, I'm actually launching this burgundy version, which I actually just shot today, if y'all can see.
Cousin, what?
Yeah.
You pulled a surprise on me.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about that one.
Okay. So
yeah, it's like a very deep berry color.
Ooh, that is so pretty.
Thank you. So this isn't on my website yet, but this will be available very, very soon.
Oh.
So these are the mini clutches. And then I have the classic bags, which, like, I'm a very simple girl, which is why my logo, I wanted it to be black, white, and tan. Because I'm very, like, if you know me, you know I'm a black and white person. Like, there is no in between. I'm like, black.
Cousin, where's some black? I'm like, cousin, I don't have no black and white. Okay, I got about 4 tops. So yeah.
Right. Right. But just like in mentality and life in general, like I'm very like black and white, very simple. I'm a very simple person.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep it simple. That's why I call this bag the classic.
Yes,
so
honey.
This is kind of like this is how it is at the bottom.
Y'all, so this is handmade, okay? Look at the preciseness on this, okay?
Yeah, this is the camel color. This is the berry color.
Golly, yes.
And this one actually, I'm happy to be able to show it online because the pictures never do it justice because it's I'm all about textures and mixing, you know. So this is it comes with the black logo. So it's suede and
I love this one. Yes.
Yeah, with the all black zipper with the black logo. So this is my baby. I love this bag.
Girl, listen, that one there, I love the difference of texture. OMG, the classic. Exactly.
Yeah.
The texture on that one. Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that, cousin.
Yeah. And so the bag you have right now is a front facing zipper. So this is a zipper that I started doing currently. So these are how my zippers look.
Wow.
So those are the classics. And then I have the envelope.
Girl, come on, envelope.
Which is basically a really simple envelope clutch. I wanted it to be oversized because I just love like super big like
honey,
bags. So this is very luxurious. Smells so good. It's really, really thick.
Yes, the green and gold. Yes, I know, girl.
Yes.
What's the site? I missed that. We're gonna give it to you, Shallow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna give it to you.
No worries, because I got you, sis.
And this is your favorite color.
Girl, wait a minute. Put it down. I wasn't ready. You got to tell me.
This is the green one, girl. Green, no envy, okay?
Oh, and y'all, if you know, this is my color. Anybody want to gift it to me, you are more than welcome. Okay.
So they all have the snap closure, navy blue lining. And then my logo.
Yes, girl. So, this is everything.
Thank you, cousin. And yes. The last bag in this collection is this really cute snakeskin toiletry bag. So
I love it. I need that for my mom. She loves green. Yes, girl. That green.
So it opens like this. Of course, it's lined with navy.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and it has the black logo on it. And so this can hold like your all your toiletries. But I put this cute little handle because I mean I could wear this with what I'm wearing right now.
You could.
It doesn't have to necessarily be with just toiletries. You could put your cell phone or fit in here.
Yes.
Everything.
I'm forever carrying a bag like that. I remember we went out. What was it? Homecoming at UTC, and you had the little white shearling clutch thing. Yeah, the wristlet. Girl,
I had just made that like the night before.
Craziness. Oh my gosh, cousin.
Yeah. So that's my current collection. The burgundy berry color mini clutch is dropping probably sometime this week if I have time to put it on the website.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So I mean, y'all see it.
Oh, thank you, Deja.
Yeah, she pinned and I pinned it. So that's the website. It is on here that's pinned. It's www.laura-faye.com. and I'll let her give you your information. It's the simplistic chic for me. Grab and go. Girls night out to formal event. I see you, boo. Chris, come on with the
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, I love it.
Friend from a distance.
Okay, exactly. So now you know he's here in Georgia now.
Oh, you did tell me that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the goods coming. So yeah, I'm so excited. I love the collection.
Thank you.
When did you launch that one?
This collection was it's been available for a couple of months now.
Okay, so y'all, it's the new brand new collection. Look out for that. Check out her website. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she also has a collab coming up. Will those be available as well once the collab?
Those will be available on the person who it's this person's name by Laura Faye.
Yes.
So those will be available via her website and in her showroom.
Okay.
And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that there will be a fashion show, a huge fashion show on New Year's Eve that you will be with me at.
Okay. Dresses in the military diet.
Right. And I believe we'll be debuting the collaboration collection there.
Yes. Y'all send some hearts for all this fabulousness. Okay. I absolutely love it. I am so excited about where you are going.
Thank you.
I am excited about just the ideas that you're getting and the ideas that you're going to get. Yes. And the innovations that's going to happen. The more the other connections that are going to happen. Yes, hearts. Just more collabs and more elevation. I just love it. I want you to talk to us or any designers, any women that are in business. Mm-hmm. What's some inspiration or some number one advice that you would give to women in business, whether they be starting out, whether they be, okay, I'm tired, I'm over it, I cannot find the motivation that I need or the inspiration that I need to create. What would you tell them?
I probably would just say, don't give up. And honestly, like, do it when you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Because some of the best things that I've done were when I really just wanted to lay on the couch and cry because because this didn't happen or that didn't happen or whatever. But sometimes turn off your social media.
Come on.
Turn off, your TV. Turn off all your distractions and just get into your zone. Google is your friend. Research.
Google is your friend.
Yeah, research everything. And if you can't find anybody to do it for you, if you can't afford to pay somebody to do it, figure out how to do it yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm saying that out of experience, just because I'm not only self-taught with bags, but I mean, even like my website, I built my own website. I do my own books. Like literally, I do my own photo shoots. My son takes my pictures. I had to learn how to use Photoshop. I had to learn how to use Adobe. I had to learn how to run my books. I had to learn how to, everything, edit pictures and all of that. So don't count yourself out just because, just don't make any excuses. There are no excuses. And, even if you're scared, do it afraid.
Yeah.
It's like, there's even now I still get nervous. I still, when I'm about to launch something, or every time I post a picture, like, and y'all probably think I'm crazy because whatever, but every time I post a picture or whatever, I'm always like, you always wonder like what people are gonna think or how people are gonna respond to something. But do it afraid and take a risk and don't give up. And honestly, like the biggest thing that I would say is just like trust God. Absolutely. Because for a while I heard God tell me a while ago that like, I was asking him to bless my business and open doors and stuff. And I heard him say to me like, Laura Faye has always been mine. Ooh. And I had to, it was me that had to, because I wasn't always consistent. Yeah. You guys didn't see me start to be so consistent and really until this year, where I had to like look myself in the mirror and say, if you're going to do this, like, don't do it halfway, like go full throttle, stop being scared. I was hiding behind things for a while. and just always having like a cushion or a safety net. But like I did with, I almost said her name, with this person, with this person, like pick up the phone, make that phone call, like just start somewhere, and do it afraid, and you know your gifts will make room for you and bring you before great men, and just trust God. Trust God with your dream, trust God with your talents, and get into your quiet space, and you know.
Yeah,
that's my biggest advice.
You know, and I think that is so pivotal,
and
because
definitely be consistent.
being consistent,
because it shows when you're not being consistent.
Absolutely.
And it shows when you are.
Absolutely, it does. And that's even something that is a challenge for me, being consistent, you know. So, and that's, once again, you have your,
we motivate each other about that.
Absolutely. So, beauties, find you somebody that you can be accountable, that can hold you accountable, and that you can be accountable with. And you do just that, and challenge each other to live in excellence, whether that be in business, in life, in health, motherhood, whatever it is, in your dreams. Challenge yourselves to live in levels of excellence at all times, no matter what it is, you know.
And also be kind to yourself. Be gracious with yourself. Nobody's perfect. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to mess up. Allow yourself to take a nap. You know,
if you're
to
tired,
take a bath.
Take a nap.
Yeah, if you're tired, and just be gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself the way you would want to talk to somebody else if you saw them sad and discouraged. And whatever the case, give yourself that same grace and encouragement as you would give somebody else.
Absolutely. And those are all things that we're learning along the way.
Yeah, and a lot of these things are just things we've kind of just been like, okay, in this year, really.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay, you know, or we've had our moments where we've been on the phone. It's like, okay, I don't even feel like getting off the couch today. Like, literally.
Girl, we absolutely have.
Okay,
like, FaceTiming, like, girl, what you doing? Girl, same thing you do.
Yes. But I just want to say, I am so, y'all are blessing my soul tonight. Yay, Gems. Yes.
We're here for it.
Yes. Cousin, I just want to say, Jessica Robinson of Laura Faye, CEO and designer, I am so proud of you.
Oh,
I really am. I'm so proud of you. And I'm inspired by you. I tell you this, but I'm telling you again.
And I tell you the same.
Yes, you do. I'm inspired by you. I'm so blessed and fortunate to have you in my life, because, you know, I don't rock with everybody, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, and it's not that I can't be friends with other people, but I'm selective in who I allow into my inner courts. And I pray to God for certain people to come into my life that would give to me, and that would hold me accountable, that would be genuine and authentic themselves. And you've been everything, that and more, you know.
I love
you. Really have. So you're my bestie, sister.
You're my bestie.
Please don't give me So I want you to tell everyone before it cuts us off, y'all, this is Laura Faye. This is Stay Connected with her. I'm going to let her tell you where to find her, how you can stay connected with her. And
so you can go to my website. Deja, please don't give me you can go to my website, laura-faye.com, and you can subscribe to my website via my right on the page. I am going to be 2021. I'm challenging myself to do better with my subscriptions, and you know, I actually just hired an intern who's helping me with all that. Yeah,
team.
Yes, important. He's been great. Yes. So and also, like, I'll be going live and doing a whole lot. You'll see a lot more of me in this upcoming year. You can also find me on Instagram at Laura_Faye. And you can connect to my personal page from there if you want some inspiration. Also, because even before I'm a designer, I am a believer and I'm an encourager, and that's actually my number one purpose, is to inspire and encourage, and that's like really the core of who I am. And you know, you never know, you might just see me on, you know,
on a show,
to be continued.
You never know. Okay.
Yes,
hearts. There's only greatness that can come from you, and only greatness is on the way, and your name is being mentioned in rooms that you haven't even stepped into. So we believe and we trust God, and we are grateful. And I'm so grateful for this time that I've had with you.
And same to you. I'm grateful to you too. Thank you so much, cousin.
You're welcome.
People don't know I was actually gonna be your first guest, but I wasn't. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
But listen, the timing is right.
Yeah.
You know, and this is perfect, and I can't wait. Yes,
thank
you have done that tonight. Yay! And I can't wait until you have the other lunch where I can invite you back and we can do some more chit chat and maybe do something else a little different. You know, you never know.
Yeah, never know.
yeah, you never know.
To be continued.
To be continued, y'all. So thank you everyone for joining us. I don't know what time I got on here, and I don't want it to shut us off, but y'all follow Laura Faye, and go buy a bag or two. And then, I mean, this is the gifting season, so I'm just saying, you know, your girl does want the green bag. So if anybody's on here that wants to give me the green bag, go ahead and do that. But I'm just playing. But y'all go visit the website and support my beautiful bestie and the wonderful CEO and designer of Laura Faye, Jessica Robinson. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you. I'll talk to you later. Y'all enjoy.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.